Welcome back, guys. This is Madhav PVL, and in today's video we will just discuss about this difference between the crystalline solid and amorphous solid. So you may just get a doubt like we didn't discuss about this both individually, so this will not require a separate class. We can just insert this in this differences. You will just get a clarity by listening to this differences between crystalline and amorphous. If we just search in Google for this crystalline and amorphous, we will just get a basic definition, but that is not required. So we will just directly get into the differences between the crystalline and amorphous. So crystalline and amorphous are the two types of the solids. So internal structure, and we can just consider the two types of the solids, crystalline solid and amorphous solid. So first one, the crystalline solid. So crystalline solid is nothing but the regular arrangement of a constituent particles for a long range is a crystalline solid, whereas amorphous solid is a regular arrangement of a constituent particles for a short range. So if we just consider this, we can just see here, if we just consider there are two solids, right? That is crystalline solid. So crystalline solid is nothing but crystalline solid will have a proper order. Crystalline solid will have a proper order. It will not be in an irregular state. Everything will be similar. So here we can just see there is 8 atoms. If we just consider this 8 as an atoms, they follow a particular order, right? So regular arrangement of a constituent particles for a long range. Here we can just see like in this middle of both there will be one atom. So in this middle there will be one. In this middle there will be one. So atoms can be considered with a different ranges. So whatever it may be, in any range the atoms will be arranged. So in between this both, this is there. So in between these both, one different type is there. In between this, one another, and in between this, one another, this one and this, and in between this one, and in between this one. So here it is just forming a crystalline structure. So it is forming a particular structure, right? So this is about a crystalline solid. So regular arrangement of a constituent particles for a short range. Here we can just see like here it will not form any particular order. So it is in a jumbled order. In whatever it may be, it will just form at a particular order. So it will not have any order. So it will be in a jumbled way. So this is amorphous solid. So for this we can just consider the example of a marble which is very strong, which can't be broken barely. So if we just hit if we just hit the marble with a hand, then it will not just break. In movies it will break, but in real life it's too tough to break a marble. Whereas in this amorphous solid, chalk. So chalk is nothing but there's a combination of a marble and some other material. So chalk can be broken very easily. So it is a weak and which can be broken easily. So this is about amorphous solid, combination of products which doesn't form any particular order. It will be in a random ways, whereas this will form a crystalline structure. Whereas this is a true solid, and then this is a pseudo solid. That is nothing but a super cool liquid. So melting point is sharp, exactly. So if we just try to burn something, if we just try to burn solid which will burn at a particular temperature 100 degrees, then we can call it as a metal. So if we just burn a metal, then it will just get up heated at 100 degrees centigrade, whereas the burning of a chalk is a meaningless. So we will not have any particular temperature, right? So in a chalk we can't just say like only these number of positive atoms or these number of marble atoms are present and these number of chalk atoms are present. So we had just discussed it like combination of both, right? So combination of marble and combination of chalk, combination of marble plus combination of chalk. So we can't just consider like there will be only 10 number of marble atoms and there will be only 10 number of chalk atoms. We can't just consider like that. So it's a mess. We can't just consider the number of atoms. So this is a melting point will be depend upon the number of the atoms which are present in between them. So it will be a bit tough. So if we just consider this video very slowly, then you may just get a clarity. And isotropic in nature and then isotropic in nature. So different physical properties in different directions. Anisotropic is nothing but, here we had just discussed it, right? So it will form a particular shape. So anisotropic and isotropic in nature, different physical properties in different directions, same physical properties in different directions. So if we just consider this example, so if we just see here, we can just say like, so if we just consider this, so if we draw arrow here, we may cover 3. So if we may draw arrow here, we may cover 3. If we draw arrow here, we may cover 3. So this is not the point here. So we can just see like here we can just see, if we just remove this thing, so here we are covering 3, here also we are covering 3, but if we just cover here, we can cover only 2. So order may be something which we can just say like okay, let us just not confuse the things. So we will just remove even that thing too. So here we can just see like here we can just cover the 2. So here we can just cover 3. Here we can just cover 3. So we can just say like in this a particular order we can just cover 2 and we can just cover 3 atoms. So both will be possible. So to find a person in an assembly is easy because there will be a different groups. So different physical properties in different directions. So different directions is nothing but different directions but same physical properties. Whereas same physical properties in different directions. To find a person in a a group of people is tough. Here there will not be any particular order, right? So if we just do something like this, so here we can just say like, if we just consider a bowl, so if we just consider a mess, if we just consider a bowl, so you may just draw a line or you may just keep a hand inside this bowl to take a chip. So if we just try to take a chip, then we can't just say like the chip which is under the third chip will be taken up by this person. This is something which is very silly. So if you just consider this bowl, it is a mess. So different types of chips will be taken. So in a mess, same physical property, same chips but different directions. So if you just place some hand from the left side, one chip will be taken, from right side one chip will be taken. So different types of chips will be taken from different sides. So this will be a mess. If you just see this video very slowly, you may just understand this. So example is NaCl and iron, and then further example is a rubber and plastic. So this is nothing but the combination of items, whereas this is nothing but a particular proper order is known as an anisotropic in nature, whereas this is isotropic in nature. So these are some of the important differences in between this crystalline solid and amorphous solid. I think you may have got some idea after watching this video. So thank you for watching Works After College, guys. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.